Illiterate.
Back?
No, why?
I heard that she wasn't coming back, and now she is coming back. She's back.
Bring her back.
She's not.
Do you think she should come back? Do you think she should come back?
I like Rosie. Yeah,
I love Rosie O'Donnell.
I don't know. Yeah,
Temporarily.
I love Rosie O'Donnell. Now, tell me, what was your favorite thing about seeing me perform? He's like, that I get to go home quickly.
I have actually never seen you perform, so it was nice to see
Really?
you perform. Yeah.
We met
I've
a
known
long
you for a
time
long
ago.
time.
We've known each other. Jackson, I've known each other a long time. For years. You knew me when I was a mess with long ass, gross, unmanaged
You had
hair
long
and
hair.
Salvation Army, like, 2-for-1 shirts. Like, do you know I got, because I used to do the red carpet interviews and that's how I met you.
Yeah.
I got a job at a PR agency just so I could steal their contacts so I could get onto red carpets to interview people I wanted to interview.
You gotta fake it till you make it.
That's called
Amen.
theft.
Yep.
I robbed people to meet you, and now look at us.
I know. No, it's good. And you're,
It's good.
You're painting a good face, and no,
You're very kind.
No, I love to watch it.
He's like, I just saw the Picasso exhibit and it reminded me of you.
What I mean is, it's fun to watch your progression. I've watched you, like, especially the last, like, 2 years, kind of when you first, you know, you started with just, like, wearing eyeliner, and then you're like, oh, I'll throw a little contour on.
But I thought I was fish as fuck. I thought I was the most beautiful queen in the world. I put on lip gloss and an eyelash, and I was like, that's a woman. They don't make an Instagram filter yet for that look. It's not available. It's not available. Now tell me. Now okay, so you've done like all of the Broadway shows, everyone that's been made. What's that like?
What's Broadway like?
Yeah, what's that? You did Aida. That was your first one, right?
No, I did.
Just kidding. My research sucks.
Thoroughly Modern Millie was my first.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you all see it?
Yeah.
We'll clap for that. We'll clap for that. What? So what? You're from where? Montana?
Idaho.
Idaho.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta really. They gotta fix your Wikipedia page because it's wrong. It's not correct
It's
at all.
actually totally wrong. It says that my first job was singing backup for Liza Minnelli.
Do you want to sing a song?
Don't know
Let's
where-
let's make that come true. I'll do it right now.
It's really actually hard to change your Wikipedia page.
I don't have one, so I don't know.
You do.
You want to
don't?
make one for me?
Yeah, let's make it.
Let's team it up. Let's do the Cheyenne Jackson, Marti Cummings every Saturday night at New World Stage's Wikipedia page.
Okay.
If we ever need work, we pay $50 a show. We're happy to have you.
I love it. I love that they just put a wall up right here.
Yeah.
Because I have never, yeah.
Were you guys, was anybody here the show that I climbed it? And then I got an email the next day that was like, that wall is styrofoam, girl. Please don't do that because you'll die. Like the walls of Jericho falling down. Okay, so you died. So how old were you? When did you move to New York? How old were you?
27. I did it later than most. Yeah. I started, up until that point I worked in sales. I sold ads in Seattle.
What?
I know. Yeah, no. It wasn't like Mad Men. It wasn't sexy. It was actually very depressing.
I imagine if you did it was probably sexy.
No.
I would buy, if you came up to me and said, I'm selling something, I wouldn't even ask what it was. I'd be like, here's my debit card. Just ring it up till it stops working. Just ring it all up.
It was really, really depressing. It was really, I just wanted to be in New York. I wanted to be on Broadway, but I didn't go to college. And I thought, I can't compete with kids straight out of AMDA.
Hey,
Seriously.
you can.
Seriously, when you don't know, because I didn't go to college, I thought, how am I gonna, compete with these people? And so
There are 5,000 of them a year that graduate, so there's a lot of competition.
But you know what I mean. But yeah, so I moved to New York when I was 27.
Do you just I'm just gonna do it? You just did it.
Two things happened. 9/11, which obviously changed everything, and then my brother's little girl passed away. She was 3. Both of those things just really lit a fire. I didn't want to be an old man thinking like, why didn't I try? So I moved to New York. I knew one person in New York. You guys, with the Broadway actor Mark Kudish.
Yes.
Mark Kudish was. I understudied him in a local production in Seattle of Prince and the Pauper, and he said, dude, if you ever move to New York, I'll totally hook you up. That's what it sounds like. And he's so great. I was like, okay. So after those things happened, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna move to New York. And I did. I called him, and I had an audition for his agent, and they signed me. And my very first audition was for Thoroughly Modern Millie.
And you booked it?
Yeah.
Your first one?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
But
here's the thing.
Baby Jesus was born, died, and rose again, so shit like that can happen. That's amazing.
Thank you. Well, I used to be very, I used to be kind of embarrassed that it happened so fast, and I didn't want to tell other actors that. Like,
I felt that way about my fame too. I was like, this is all so overwhelming for me.
No, but like he didn't pay his dues or something. Let me tell you, I actually grew up with no running water and an outhouse.
Why, I wonder?
Because my parents were super, super poor, and we lived out in the woods. So I feel like I paid my dues. I grew up in an outhouse.
This is really creepy, but I think I've seen your mom. It was on Instagram. I was Instagram stalking you before the show. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
by the way.
Yeah.
Your mom. If I ever get the snippet clip, I want to look like your mom. Like I want to be like beautiful Mrs. Cheyenne Jackson's mama. Like so pretty.
If I get the what?
It's offensive and glad won't ever have me at an event again if I say it. The old 1, 2. It's not
no,
much
my
to
mom's
take off.
gorgeous, yeah, and
She's beautiful.
and as we all get older, I turned 40 this year. As all of us get older, my mom just feels younger and younger. She's like, I know, everyone thinks we're siblings.
My mom thinks that, but it's when she's drinking Francia. She's like, oh my god, I'm like your sister. I'm like, you're nursing home, dude. You're almost 65. You have 5 more years?
Siblings?
Yeah, they're older. My brother's 43, and he's a Civil War reenactor, so that's what that's like. And then,
Really?
yeah.
I've never met one of those people.
Yeah, and he just did a reenactment of the War of 1812, which was a real big deal because they don't do those very often. And he used to own a comic book store, so he's a real winner. And then my other brother lives in you may have seen these before, they are called mobile homes. They're homes that you can put onto a truck and move it around.
It's handy.
And he lives in one of those because you never know when the weather might get bad and you gotta hitch up the old double wide and get on out of Dodge. And he's doing really well for himself.
Do you have your family reunions there?
Yeah, and then, well, my brother's first wedding, out of Trace weddings for my Espanol friends, the theme was John Deere. And everybody wore green and yellow, and we rented a Budweiser tractor trailer that had kegs in it with like a fucking tractor trailer. And this was before the rehab, decided that, you know what, they're allowed to get married. I'm not. So I put on bright pink booty shorts and a robin's egg blue tank top, drank every style of beer that was in that truck, grabbed the DJ booth microphone, stood up on top of the speaker and said, y'all get married and I'm a homosexual. Y'all think I'm a faggot and I'm gonna get married someday. And then I screamed and called his wife unattractive, and my other brother picked me up and locked me in the former slave quarters of our house. Spent the rest of the night there, and I now have a respect for Selma. And but that's a true story, though. That's a true story. Do you have siblings? Is the question.
Not like that. No,
But they love that I'm gay. They love it. They're like, that's cute. They vote against it, but they like it. Do you have siblings?
I do have 2 brothers. One of them is a pastor.
Yes.
Yep.
I go to the Hillsong Church.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, 2 brothers and a little sister. My sister is a kindergarten teacher. My oldest brother is an artist, and then my brother Chris is a pastor. Yeah.
That's nice. It's a nice family. No weird Civil War shit in that. That's just all wholesome.
There's lots of weird.
That's like an NBC show. That is so wholesome.
Yeah.
That's how. So you've been on Glee.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's Leah doing? She good?
How's Leah?
Yeah, she good.
I don't keep in touch with Leah. But
Good idea. Good idea.
What did she do to you? What happened with you guys?
I was again before rehab. I was. They've all heard that. I tell this story every chance I can get. Just like my one claim to fame. I saw her. Jonathan Groff still makes fun of me for. He's like, you're an idiot. In like a loving way. We hug after. We were at a New Year's Eve party together, and we were like real chummy because I made a trapeze video for Ali Forney Center with Jonathan Groff, and we should do trapeze together. You want to do that? And we made a video, and Leah Michelle wanted to make one with me, so we were like really chummy at this New Year's Eve party because Jonathan told her about it. And then I got more and more drunk, and I said, "This fucking cunt's not going anywhere." But as soon as Glee's done, she's done, and she said. And then we got in a fight, and I stole a sandwich from a deli after that, and my fiance broke up with me the next day. So what are you working on? What's happening? Justin, you're going to Carlisle, right? At the
Yeah,
Carlisle Hotel?
I am, yeah, I just
How is
did.
that? You're ending tomorrow, right? It's
I
your
am
final show?
tomorrow, yeah. It's been a 2-week residency.
To the Carlisle Hotel, it's amazing, right? It's amazing.
Yeah.
What inspired that? Like, how did that come to be? How did, join that concert come to be?
I had a new one-man show that I kind of wanted to do in New York, and I hadn't ever played that club before, and they asked me to do it, and I said, sure, yeah.
For 2 weeks? That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time. And every night do the same show at 2 on Saturday. It's a lot. It's a lot of singing. So, yeah.
I'm gonna try that one day. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
good.
And you've done like a lot. What's your favorite TV show that you've worked on?
30 Rock.
Yeah! I was on 30 Rock. You were season 3, episode 18. Junie Jorp Jump is the name of the episode. I played a drag queen.
Nice.
Surprise.
Spring method.
Have you seen it? It's the one with Jane Krakowski and. You should go on Netflix when you're home with your husband tonight, being married, and watch it together. And I'll be at home watching.
What was the plot?
It was Tracy Jordan's dancers quit,
Okay.
and he has to find dancers, so he goes in the parking lot, and there's strippers that he thinks are real women, and they're not. They're me. So how did you get 30 Rock? Like, what was that?
I was doing Damn Yankees at the.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, with Sean Hayes and Jane Krakowski, and then Tina Fey came to the show, and she said she wanted to meet me backstage, and I was like, okay, and she said, Cheyenne, I really like your big Midwestern face. It was so specific. It was so Tina. She's like, I like your big Midwestern face and your timing. I said, okay, great, thank you, Tina Fey. And she said, I have a part on 30 Rock that I'd like to gauge your interest on. I'm like, it's high. My interest is high. It's very Tina. She's very dry like that. And so she said, yeah, she had this part and wanted to gauge my interest, and then she just wrote it for me. It never happens like that, but it was really amazing. And I joined the show about 2 months later, and I was on 4 seasons. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really, really great.
That's amazing. My audition process was very, very similar. There was 30 drag queens in a line, and she went, you, let's go. That was it.
She made a decision. At least you knew right then.
Yeah, it's basically how RuPaul's gonna go for me next season when I book that. Do you like RuPaul's Drag Race?
I do.
You love it?
I do.
Who's your favorite queen that's won?
Bianca.
That's right. Honestly, she's brilliant.
Brilliant, and I've loved her for years and supported her in New York. It's just so fun to see like a New York girl, but also somebody that's smart and fast, and quick. I want somebody. I mean, there's so many girls that give the face, but I just feel like I was so
I can
so
name
happy.
a few. No, I think Bianca's great. Who's the most famous person in your phone?
In my phone?
Yeah.
I don't know. Alec Baldwin, I guess, is in there.
So let's call him.
Yeah, right.
Do you think he would do this show?
Alec Baldwin. My very first day of 30 Rock, actually, I hadn't done a lot of television, and in TV you have to hit a mark on the floor without looking at it. So there's through 2 cameras, and Marti says blah blah blah. Oh, thank you. You have to hit it without looking, and I didn't know how to do that yet. And my very first day, I had to meet the whole cast as my character was meeting the whole cast. I was really fucking scared, and I was back here, and I went out. I thought I hit my mark perfectly, and I was a little bit off. And Alec Baldwin, who's standing across from me, very, very alpha, to say the least. He put his arms, his big, meaty, hairy arms.
Yummy.
Let's demonstrate. I'll stand there while you do that.
Great. Alright, so I'm Alec, and you're me. You're like, hey! Hey! And I'm Alec. Alright, and he put his hand on me and he just went, you're in my light.
What a guy.
Guys, I just acted with Sean.
You did.
I'm gonna break all character for a minute. I am so excited you're here. I remember. I'm so glad you're here. I can't even believe it. I'm like so excited. So I have to tell the story, and I tried to find this picture, but it's pre-Facebook when you were doing All Shook Up, and I was at AMDA. My parents came to New York, and they said, "What show do you want to see?" And I was like, I am seeing Cheyenne Jackson, and all shook up. It's the last fucking thing I do. And so my parents got me tickets, and we went to the stage door, and I was so nervous, and I was like shaking. I was like tiny twink 18, like, oh my gosh, Cheyenne Jackson, shaking, and my dad was taking the picture, and he goes, oh, is this your type? You like him, huh? Oh, he's cute. I was like, maybe you guys think like, and I was like, I was so mortified, and I was and you were so nice, and so like, what is that, 8 years later, 9 years later, or however long, to like come and have you at my show is just like the most full circle moment for me, and I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you. I took over like that 18-year-old kid to that like, you know, pushing 56-year-old kid. I'm so happy you're here.
My pleasure.
And we can hang out any time you want.
Okay.
For lunches or dinner, bocce ball. I don't know, whatever you want.
Bocce ball.
Never
Bocce
heard of it.
ball.
It's the first thing that came to my mind.
I happen to be a bocce ball champion, and it's like I am.
Is that where you throw the ball and you have to like stop it at a certain
There,
point?
it's like lawn bowling. So there's the little ball they call the pig. And you throw the pig, and then you throw the ball like that, and then and knock him out. That was a really good bocce sound, by the way. If anyone knows what that is, it sounds just like that. That was the best bocce impression I could have ever done. I'll take you some time. It's pretty
like
excellent.
cricket and bowling.
Cricket and bowling.
Okay.
Speaking of games, though, I think that we need to play a game with Cheyenne Jackson.
All right.
All right. So the game that I have planned for you folks tonight is called Bad News. Okay, so this game, that's right. This game is called Bad News, and here's how this is going to work. So I need you both to turn your chairs so that you are facing each other and looking deep into each
Is that my
other's
ginger ale?
eyes.
Can you test that to make sure that's my ginger ale? I need to do it.
Yeah, what's your whistle?
Just make sure there's no koozie in it.
Nope, that's it. All right. I need you to look deep into each other's eyes. This game is called Bad News because I will be giving you this cup, and inside of this cup is a piece of paper, and on the piece of paper is a piece of bad news.
And we just have to say it?
No, here's the catch.
That music's distracting. We don't need it. Thank you. Sorry.
If you laugh, Cheyenne Jackson, Marty Cummings gets a point.
Bam!
Marty, if you laugh,
Well, do it.
Cheyenne Jackson gets a point. Now listen, points can be gained and lose while you are reading. Like if you're reading this and you laugh, that's it. If you're being read to and you laugh, that's it. So this is a very serious game. The news is very bad. Ladies first.
Good thing Fantasia's not my guest, but whatever.
All right. So now listen, it's very serious. Take a look at that.
I have to read it?
You have to read it.
Right now.
But you have to look at Cheyenne Jackson when you read it.
I can't read it and look at it.
Take a look. Get yourself off book.
What the fuck is it? As a child, when I misbehaved, my father used to tie me to the roof of the station wagon.
Point for Cheyenne Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. We're off to a great start. That's good. Do you want to read the rest of it? What did it say?
Who cares?
Marty, you gotta get it together. Cheyenne Jackson's going to kill you in this game. Wait, excuse me. That's
We weren't ready.
All right.
My only friend is a chicken goat's cheese sandwich from Renaissance Diner.
That's another point for Cheyenne Jackson. That is. Yeah.
He called me today, what's your favorite sandwich at Renaissance Diner? And I was like, oh, chicken and goat cheese, obviously, with ranch dressing on the side and a little bit of mayonnaise for the french fries. It was fucking good. It was delicious.
It's 2 points for Cheyenne Jackson and 0 points for Marty Cummings, everyone. All right. Now, the game is in session now. Get it together, Marty. Come on. You can win this.
I deleted the season finale of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills from the DVR. Sorry.
Marty, you had it. You were right there. This man is a stone. 3 points for Cheyenne Jackson, 0 points for Marty Cummings.
Okay, alright, it's fine. It's fine.
Marty, come on. This is it.
Are we gonna read all of them? There's like 800 things in there.
The first one at 10 points wins, I think. Or maybe 5, or
Do
maybe
you want to go to Renaissance
6.
after this? I'm hungry.
Yeah, what do you want to go choose some? All right, shh. Here we go.
I
Marty.
dropped my baby off the balcony at the August Wilson Theater on Thursday night. Jersey Boys was just that good.
Marty. That's 4 points for Cheyenne Jackson and 0 points for you.
What are you supposed to do when Cheyenne Jackson is reading things to you? I can't take it!
All right. Let's try this one more time.
We should do this when Oprah's at the show.
All right, fine. We'll do this with Oprah. Only if you can get
Can you
through.
imagine if Oprah did my show?
If you can get through this, I will.
I can't read this one because it's a true story.
If you can do this without laughing, I will call Oprah.
I don't even need to read
right
it.
now.
I just shit my pants in the bathroom at final.
Should we count that as a point? I think we can go. I think that's 4 points for Cheyenne Jackson and 1 point for Marti Gold Cummings.
I took my pants at final.
You shit your pants at Rhino?
In the Beyonce bathroom.
So make sure you use Michael Jackson when you
I
go.
didn't make it in that time. That girl cheese really did.
All right, now listen. Cheyenne Jackson reads the video. You get it together.
How
Straight
many
face.
points did I
Straight
go
face.
to?
Stephen Sondheim is dead.
It's not funny.
But she didn't laugh. Bravo! It stays the same. He's not really dead. That was it. That was it.
We have to cancel the show. We have to cancel the
He's
show.
alive. Come here.
All right, this is the last one.
Read it.
I can't do that.
Come on, girl.
I'm a public figure.
Charlotte, read it.
I can't read that. I will never be invited to any charity event ever again at GMHC. Okay. I had to have both of my testicles removed, and now my dick looks like a little cake all the time.
All right, since you totally butchered that, just read it again so you can
I
get through
had
it.
to have both my testicles removed, and now my dick looks like it's wearing a little cape all the time.
This man is unchanged by this.
Well, that's
Ladies and
all
gentlemen, the
it's
winner
funny.
of Bad News is Cheyenne Jackson.
That was embarrassing. Thank you for being a good sport. I love you so much. Listen, Cheyenne,
Yeah.
let's wrap this mother up. We're gonna ask a couple questions more because we have to fill an hour-long show to get my check. So, how much time have we done?
45.
All right, let's fucking do. That was the joke. They don't pay me at Make-A-Wish Foundation. Just let her do a show. She's almost done. Just let her do it. Okay, so let's go back to the Broadway. Favorite Broadway show you've done?
Xanadu. Yeah.
Thank God I learned that song for the show, huh?
How do you not know the words to Xanadu?
Here's a little known fact about me, Cheyenne Jackson, that you should know this about me. My catchphrase is, lyrics don't matter! What does it matter? I think I did so many drugs in my life that my brain just, I look at a lyric and I think, that's nice. And I hear the tune and I go, okay, and it just doesn't happen. So,
I get it.
so I do, Idina Menzel says 75%, I say 15. So that's the theory of my shows. We just give 15% on every performance.
Wait, what?
And hope for the best.
What did she say? About 75%?
Did you see the thing where she sang at the, are you friends with her? Okay, so you can keep filming.
I know her, kind of, but no, we're not friends. I mean,
Okay, yeah, fuck her. Like, who needs, her and Lady Michelle would go gallop out into the wilderness together. So she did the New York City, the ball drop, and
Oh,
she
New Year's
sang
Eve. Yeah.
"Let It Go," and
Right.
she did that note.
Oh, I saw that.
She did that
Yeah,
note, and she
yeah.
said, "I think if I do 75%, I'm doing a good job." No,
if I
bitch.
do 75%, what do you mean?
Is that what she said? What was the quote?
She said if I'm giving 75% to my art or something, then I feel like I'm doing a good job.
Then I'm successful. She said,
If,
I'm
oh,
successful.
if I hit 75% of the notes, that's what it is. If I hit
Oh, that's
75% of the notes,
Devil is a liar.
that's it. That's it.
If I hit 75% of my notes, I'd be a fucking millionaire. If that's fucking no, 75 is too many of a number for my notes. Never mind. That's no joke fails. Process that one. Go home and write it again. They're not all gonna land, Cheyenne. Not every joke is gonna land, as you've seen 15 times tonight. Not every joke will land. What's your least favorite Broadway show you've done?
Oh man. I guess Indian's Rainbow.
Really?
I liked Indian's Rainbow. I didn't love it.
I love
if I'm
K-pop.
being
I
honest,
love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I love it.
was
Do you
just
remember I
so-
interviewed you there? I went to your press day. Do you remember that? Years ago? No.
Nope.
I was there.
I believe you.
I
It's not that I didn't like it. It just wasn't. I mean, it's so old-fashioned.
Yeah, it's
and
not
those kind of
exciting.
shows, if you do them for a long time, they're just so. You know,
Long.
You fall in love with
Boring.
the girl in like 3 sentences, and then the rest of the show you're just married, and your arc is done. So it's not as fun, and you know, there's no skates. So.
favorite actor you worked with?
Favorite actor of all time
That you worked with?
that I've worked with.
Like, who was the most, outside of like Tina Fey and stuff, who was like the one that got you were like so excited to come to work for every day?
Shit. Oh, Michael Douglas. I did Behind the Candelabra.
Oh, that's
On the
right!
show, yeah.
Oh my
I
god!
was only in like 4 scenes, but I was
a lot of scenes.
I was always on set. I mean, Steven Soderbergh always has everybody always just around, and he does his own camera, he does his own lighting, and I got on set. That actually, Liberace's house in that was actually Zsa Zsa Gabor's house, and she was there.
With Prince Van Hucklebuck, right? What's his name?
Yeah, she's still with us, but she's in a medically induced coma, and so she was in like the Zsa Zsa wing, and we weren't allowed to go there. There were all these guards and stuff, but it was so wacky because I got on set, and there's Michael Douglas in full caftan, and he's like, I call this palatial kitsch. He was in it to win it. I was like, okay, I see what I have to do. And Matt Damon I knew a little bit from 30 Rock, but yeah, it was really, and Michael was fun.
Matt
Really
Damon's
fun.
really attractive, huh?
Yeah, and really, really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, a little gay? Is it a little gay in it? No?
I don't think so. I think he has 4 kids and he's married, but I think he's cool
He's
with
so
everybody.
hot.
Yeah.
I just look at him and I think, I can get a really good presented as well. It's fine. Okay, so listen, Carlisle Hotel tomorrow. Is it sold out? Can we still get tickets?
I think it may be sold out. But
You missed
so
it.
just send me love, send me like vibes. I mean, that's all.
Well, let's all tweet. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, I have never been so happy in my whole goddamn life. I feel so fucking blessed. I feel like the Lord has hashtagged the shit out of my life today. And
I like that.
And I'm just gonna keep it in your hand. And by the way, your husband is so nice,
He is
by
so
the way. Hello. Hello, husband. Everybody say hello.
Hello, husband.
He's so sweet. How long have you guys been married?
4 months.
Newlywed.
We've
Honeymoon.
known each other for a couple of years, but we've got married 4 months
Well,
ago.
you're so fucking cute, and I think you're the nicest. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for Cheyenne!